Disability Advisory Board on Monday, July 6th. I hope you all had a safe and wonderful, happy Independence Day. Would you please call the roll, Emma?
Margie Davey.
I'm here.
Vic Oliver.
Here.
Jacob Claymeyer. Lisa Moore.
Here.
Alyssa Renke.
Here.
Jaden Zern.
Here.
Brad Spanbauer.
Here.
Amy Schuler.
Here.
And Paul Trader.
Here.
Okay. 8 present.
Awesome, nearly a full house. Seeing that there is no public, I'm guessing we have no public comment. So we will move on to approval of the minutes from our last meeting on June 1st. Did anybody care to make a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor of approving the minutes as written, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay. Does anybody have any announcements for sustainable activities and events? Amy?
I did see a Facebook post for Repair Cafe September 12th at the Oshkosh Tool Library. So,
Excellent. And you said that's September 12th?
yeah, so I'm sure next month we can talk about it again.
Does anybody else have anything? I actually have one that I thought of today because I'm reading this book called The Library Book. And of course I'm reading it from the library because that's what I do. But it occurred to me that we don't really appreciate the fact that the public library is so incredibly sustainable. You know, we don't have to buy all those books and we can use the same book over and over. Now, it's maybe not the best for the authors, but it's awesome for us. And I would encourage everybody to check out all the fun things that are going on at the library. There's a lot if you go to the webpage. Yeah.
I have an announcement, kind of, and I don't know if you can speak on this a little bit more, but at the special council meeting last Monday, council approved authorization for submitting an application for EIGP funding for solar on the Field Ops and Parks building. So that's exciting. Hopefully we'll get more updates on that, but if you're interested, I can send you that resolution as well.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, this was so this is the last round of the Energy Innovation Grant Program through the Public Service Commission of the state of Wisconsin. I had forwarded this to City Manager Grill and just kind of asked that they look into this or consider applying. And so yeah, it looks like the application was for putting solar on the Public Works building because it is solar ready. I mean, it's got a solar ready roof. And yeah, this is the last round of funding, at least for the foreseeable future, for EIGP. So it's good that the city got in an application.
Awesome. Did you have a question on that, or did he just answer it?
Just answered it, clarifying whether last we meant most recent or final. So
Final
For now.
Probably for at least another 2 years.
Okay.
This was passed through federal funding. That was the last final round for now.
Thank you.
And there was one thing I just thought of it was included in our minutes, but I don't know how many of you read through them. I know several of you were not here last time, and I just wanted to thank Emma for reminding us all last time as we were doing the voting for,
Elections.
Thank you. That's the word I want. Yeah, when we had elections, you'd think I'd know that word, wouldn't you? Anyway, she had reminded us all that we do need to be respectful in these meetings and that we do need to follow the civility rules that, just like the city council and hopefully every other commission and committee does, and reminded us to wait our turn to be called on to speak, and I want to thank you all for that. We're off to a great start. Okay, next, anything else on sustainable?
I would just have this as the standing one at the farmer's market. The farmer's market's every Saturday, unless you see notice that they have it canceled. But there's always different organizations, local farmers and businesses, and that's pretty sustainable to me.
And a whole lot of local, which is wonderful.
And a whole lot of local.
Yes. And speaking of farmers market, who was there last time? Vic and Jaden and Brad. Well, tell us about it.
It was great. We had 48 conversations. We took tallies.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was great. We had lots of questions, lots of, as always, diverse questions about a million different things. But always recycling is, of course, at the top of everyone's mind. So it was really nice to help people work through some of those questions.
Do we still have enough materials about recycling left in the bin? Or do
I
we
believe
need
so.
more?
I think we're good.
Okay. Anything else about that?
Anything to add?
Did you see all your best friends?
Yes.
Lots of Brad's friends.
Well, that's hard
We-
not to do in
We
Oshkosh.
saw a lot of people, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just think, as we've kind of been discussing, I think the more that we can try to plan ahead a little bit and maybe have some, not necessarily like a theme, but maybe something kind of set up to do for I know we have, 2 more remaining this year. And it might be a good winter activity for us to do, is to maybe really spend a couple of these meetings over the winter time, just preparing even more. And I know we've been working on updating stuff, and I know Emma's been working very hard on getting those materials updated, but there just might be a good thing to think about just queuing up for next year.
Well, we're all bundled up, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Amy?
Were there any discussions with the rain barrel? Any of those conversations?
A couple, admittedly not as many as I would have guessed ahead of time. But yeah, we had a few good conversations about rain barrels.
Because Vic brought a rain barrel, so that was
Sure
a little
did.
bit of like an eye catcher thing. But yeah, it didn't seem to. I would say the questions were about other things. The couple that we did, we tried to point them to like that. Things were more online now through OpenGov. Yeah, so trying to just encourage that. Yeah, so I would say it was kind of a mixed bag of questions and some very like random questions too about different things.
I did get an email that said that OpenGov is now available, and so I signed up for it. And you can go in there, and the reason I signed up was because I wanted to see what was on there for the water barrel, for the rain barrel. And you can only get in so far before you have to start giving real information, so I didn't get to see the whole process. But, because frankly, I don't know I didn't know the answers to the questions. Actually, though, there weren't really questions that, I just didn't have the pictures that I would have needed to submit. That's what it was. And it does look amazingly easy compared to the paperwork that we had before. So I think that we absolutely were heard, and they did a great job with building that. And it looks like it's ready to go for somebody who has their rain barrels in place and can take a picture of it and answer. There may be further questions, I don't know.
And does that also apply to rain gardens?
Yes, you can click on rain garden, rain
Okay.
barrel, and one other thing that I can't remember.
Okay. Then I'll
But
look
there were
into
3
it.
choices, I remember that.
Okay.
Basically, what that application was that a few meetings ago we talked about is now in that OpenGov platform. I think it's been rolled out, just a week
Okay. And
that
it's-
the last summer farmers market was. So I don't know. I haven't really heard any
Okay.
feedback on it.
Then remind me so that all the listeners will know too. It's the website is, what is it called? Like OpenGov.
OpenGov,
It's oshkosh.wi, I think, .opengov .something.
If you just go on the city website,
Okay.
OpenGov will be.
There's a link.
It's pretty apparent on there.
That's all I need. Okay.
Or you can do what the council member says. That works.
For the residential stormwater credit, actually, I know if you just go to the Public Works Department webpage,
Oh, okay.
there's a click here button that you can start that application. I don't know what that URL is for all of the live applications
Okay.
right now. So.
I actually do have a personal interest, but also again for all the listeners so that they know that this is now available. And then my goal is to work my way through now that I've made some progress on those issues. Thank you. Good. Public
Yeah,
work.
I think that's part of the whole thing about bringing the website up to speed for all the new reasons, the handicapped accessibility and everything, right? And it's, so far, it's looking good, so fingers crossed. Okay, anything else about the farmer's market? Moving on then to the sustainability plan update. Do we have one?
So we had our first community input team meeting a couple weeks ago, and I think it was pretty successful. I don't know if Brad or Amy wants to share what you thought.
I thought it went really well, and there's a very diverse group of people there, so you have a lot of different input and everything. There was a recent graduate from the sustainability program at Oshkosh, and I mean, just somebody that was kind of bored and looking for stuff to do. So I mean, it was a very broad range of the community in there, and I thought that was really good. And I thought he was very thorough in his presentation and the information that he shared. I'd like to get into some more of that, but I thought it was good.
Yeah, I would echo all of that. I would say I was particularly pleased with some of the kind of, I don't want to say extra, but the additional analyses that he performed, particularly related to like urban tree canopy, and there was some other kind of related data analysis that happened, I think, in kind of conjunction with this, that I think will make this next iteration of the plan very strong. So we were all kind of given our marching orders and our homework. And so we're going to now all review and digest all of the material, and then we've kind of been given some specific things to plan to come to the next meeting, which is next week, Wednesday already. Just kind of ready to start addressing potential goals and objectives. And then I think there will be some kind of refinement after that, and I think there will be some periods for some additional input from others.
And that would be good.
That's my next update. We do have a date for our public input session, and that's actually a month from today, August 6th. It's a Thursday, and it's going to be at the library in the lower level, room AB. And it starts at 5:30. I'm sorry if I said that twice, but basically the session will be a brief presentation where Pale Blue Dot will share some of the findings that Brad and Amy had just highlighted, and it'll be a chance for the public to go and see some of the preliminary goals that have been drafted and give feedback and share any ideas that they think would be good to have in the plan. So this will be the first one, and then I believe kind of early fall we'll have another opportunity for the public to come out, and at that point hopefully we'll have a draft plan then. So we don't have a date set for that yet, but I'll keep you all updated. So stay tuned for some more posts on social media and more information to come, hopefully within the next couple of weeks or so.
Okay, great, thank you. Has the community engagement department taken over the sustainability postings?
Yeah, that's rolled into just the main city, I believe it's city updates or City of Oshkosh government updates Facebook page. So they would be posting the information for this session.
Okay, and if we had any kind of sustainable news that we wish to share, like we used to send that to you, is that what we would still do?
You can still send it to me, and I can make sure it gets routed to the right avenues.
You can
For
send
now,
it there, but you can't guarantee it'll be used, right?
For now, and then I can pass it on to community or communications and engagements. I think that would be okay.
Okay, thank you. Anything else on the sustainability plan? All right. Agenda items for future meeting.
Yep. All about the sustainability plan. That's a noticed thing, so we don't have to worry about quorum?
You
Or-
will notice
I'll
that.
notice it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Good question. Sorry.
Yeah, we can all attend.
Yep.
I guess just for the farmer's market discussion, if we could have maybe like the theme or the topic that we want to discuss for the August farmer's market, and if it's about the sustainability plan, like any information or what we can tell people about it. 'Cause it's like August 22nd.
I was just trying to figure the date. It's 22nd, yeah, so it'll be after that. Okay, anything else? Brad?
I would say keep sustainability plan on there, and then Emma, I'm wondering if we could also, if you could get an update from staff on the chapter 26 and some of the urban tree plan stuff that you could just share with the group at kind of where that's at. I know now that I'm on Parks Advisory Board, there was a presentation to that group 2 meetings ago for where that plan is at, but I think it would be good for us to just know, like, can other folks still provide feedback, or like, I guess just where they're kind of at in their timeline of work related to that stuff.
I believe right now the DNR was actively reviewing it. I believe that's the last update I received, but I can see if I can get a timeline of when it'll go to council, or if there's any other opportunities for additional feedback.
And then if any of us would like to attend the Parks Advisory Board meeting, we can do that. It's right here in 1 week. So it's always 1 week after ours on Monday night, 6 o'clock. Everything else is the same. And so it might be interesting to see, but we may also be able to add
Sorry to interrupt,
comments.
but the
Oops.
Parks meeting for next week is canceled,
Oh,
just so you're aware.
thank you. Most of the time you can do that. You can't do that this month. Okay. But that would be one way that we could also share thoughts. And we can also always send thoughts through the city website, right, to the different, no, that doesn't work. We're not listed that way. How would we contact people on the advisory board? How would somebody contact us?
I think they would maybe look up your email as the chair, like they could go to the board or commission list and email the chair.
This is the good question to
What's
ask,
that?
isn't it?
I don't your
think
contact
anywhere.
information's been,
So maybe they'll contact me because I'm the liaison?
or this is me, so if I'll share that if it's addressed to
So
the board.
SAB,
Yeah.
and so for parks, it would also say, would you be like Parks at the City or something?
Yeah, but all of the boards and commissions
Have
have
an email.
someone who is, I guess, the liaison to that email. I'm not sure if it might be Chad.
Probably Chad, yeah.
I would think, but he can make sure it gets sent out to them.
Disseminated to the,
Yeah.
if there are thoughts. Because I know some of us did have some pretty strong concerns about it, so I want to be sure they were aware that we had those. And I don't know if if the Parks Board has ever listened to our meetings or knows. I assume now that you're on there, you're helping them understand what some of the sustainable needs are.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched their meetings either, so I'll need to do that. Thank you for that, Brad. Could you be on every committee? Okay, anything else on agenda items for the future? Okay, then, next meeting will be Monday, August 3rd, and I would ask for a move to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.